Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Pelindaba Islamic Center. Today, Alhamdulillah, we've got a session which is very honorable. We are blessed and we are honored to have Honorable Minister Hanif Hendricks, who is not only the minister but also runs the organization and the political party by the name of Al Jama'ah. But today, above all that, one thing that is amazing for the Muslim community is that he is not only a politician and is not only a minister, but he is a Muslim in the month of Ramadan. What an honor. Now, Minister Hanif Hendricks, welcome to Pelindaba Islamic Center.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. It's a great honor for me to be here in Atteridgeville and also to be with this community. I know you are very close to a nuclear power station and inshallah one day you will manufacture a nuclear bomb, but we don't need nuclear bombs. We need nuclear energy for electricity. And as you know, I am the president of Al Jama'ah, a Muslim political party that is represented in the Government of National Unity. There are 10 leaders in the Leaders Forum. And the Leaders Forum, we run the country. And I'm the only Muslim in the Leaders Forum. And I'm also the only Muslim in the cabinet. And so we have a big responsibility because the Muslim community have been told to co-govern South Africa. In the past it was one political party, but now it's 10. So we have been asked to co-govern the Department of Social Development. So my job is every month to make sure that 27 million people get social grants. And the reason social grants is important is to prevent malnutrition. 27% of our children are stunted. They don't grow tall enough. Their brains don't develop. They can't read and write after 3 or 4 years of schooling. So malnutrition is a big problem, and I think the Muslim community, especially during the month of Ramadan, we do a lot to make sure that there is zero hunger. Look, there's zero hunger from, while we fast, but before the fast and after the fast, we need to eat. And we understand the pangs of hunger that people have, and millions of South Africans experience that. So the Muslim community is also responsible to prevent people from taking drugs, and if they take drugs, to treat them so they can recover, although that is very difficult. We're also responsible for HIV/AIDS, and alhamdulillah, it's the Muslim community's responsibility to ensure that no one dies of HIV by the year 2030. And I'd like to report that we are very close to achieving that target. But unfortunately, our young girls, say after 18 to 26, they're just increasing by the day. So that's a target that we have to see what we can do. Gender-based violence is a big problem, and that's why I am the Amir of the Men's Parliament of South Africa. But I also thought that let me also have a boys' parliament, because gender-based violence, you find that the men are harming the women. And so let's start with the boys, so when they grow up, they don't harm the women. I'm also responsible for older persons. South Africa has a policy that we want everyone to live longer than 70 years. We know that that is in Allah's hands, but why can't we make effort and make sure that everyone at least reaches the age of 70? During apartheid it was 50, now it's 70. So it shows that we are making much progress during our 30 years of democracy. Our constitution is 30 years old today, and we need to celebrate the gains that we've made. So the Muslim community is also responsible for people with disabilities. We need to make sure that the deaf, the blind, people in wheelchairs, that we look after them, that they enjoy a good life. So those are some of the main responsibilities, and it's important for Al Jama'ah to get the Muslims to contribute to the policies of the country. And the policies of the country, we must get our hidayat, our knowledge from the Quran and the Hadith, and we must use that information from the Quran, the Hadith, the Sharia to influence the policies, because the policies determine the laws, the acts of parliament. We cannot let other people decide the laws, but if we don't contribute to the policies, then other people decide how we must live. Because Islam also tells you you must obey the laws of the country. So if they make laws without input from the Quran and the Hadith, then those policies that will govern our laws won't be from the Sharia. So we have a very important responsibility to teach our children to play, and our men and women and our elders and our alims and our maulanas and our amirs to play an active role in the political life of the country. So we are very happy that Islam is alive here, and the leadership must be complimented, and they are making a special effort during Ramadan, which is much appreciated. We all deserve a happy Eid al-Fitr, and as you know, on Thursday, the moon is born 3 o'clock in the morning, just before Tahajjud. And for us to celebrate Eid, we must sight the moon. So in Cape Town, 10,000 of us go to the beach, or near the beach, because the horizon is very clear. You can see the horizon, the red. But just before Maghrib, the moon is only 15 hours old. So for 100 years now, we've been coming to this spot to watch the moon. We know exactly where the moon hides himself. And if the moon is there, we will find him. But 15 hours is not easy. We did it 14 hours. So inshallah, we will try our best to sight the moon Thursday night. And then Friday will be Eid and Jum'ah. What a big blessing to have Eid, Jum'ah, 2 khutbahs. We can greet one another twice on the same day. That is a big blessing. But like I say, it's not going to be easy. I'm going to try and help look for the moon on Thursday night. I know where he hides. I will find him. And so it looks like it will be Saturday. It will not be very easy. Depends on the weather, the cloud formation, and so on. So we hope that Attersville will also find a spot where you can try and sight the moon. But in Attersville, the moon will be an hour younger than in Cape Town. So you break fast here about an hour earlier. So inshallah, we wish you a happy Eid Mubarak, and we see that you go the extra mile. The children get party packs. I wish I was a child. I think I'm gonna come here for Eid.
Most welcome. Most welcome.
And I'll get my party pack. Because on Eid day, all of us want to be children. The joy on the children's faces reminds of the joy when we were small. But now we're so busy, we don't have time to smile. So I think I must ask the Amir, please, the first party pack must go to the adults. You only give to the children, what about us? We also children. We also want to enjoy Eid. And Eid is celebrated by the children.